Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Connor, and today I'm going to be going over how simplifying the way that you live can help you be exponentially more productive when it comes to achieving the things that you're trying to achieve. If you don't think you have time for this video, go ahead and go to the next political video or cat video, but if you have 5 minutes of your time and you're looking to make a difference in your life, then stick around. So, I want you to look at your day as an amount of energy that's set. And as you take certain actions, it lowers and lowers and lowers. Once you get to that point, then you either go to bed or you're just pushing through with no focus, and you know how you are when you have little to no energy. So most people, 99% of people, right when they wake up, they look at their phone. Your brain hasn't been working at all. And so it's like trying to get a car to go from 0 miles an hour to 100 miles an hour, like right away. It's processing the light coming from the phone, it's processing all of the different notifications, it's trying to figure out what's more important, what you want to view. It's trying to put everything together, because a lot of people, right when they pick up their phone, they're scrolling through it, they're looking at all the different notifications they've got, and your mind's not going to remember every single one in order. So it's trying to pick, like, oh, this one's important, I want to go back to this. Oh, this one's important. Oh, this one's important. And so you've already spent some energy right there and tried to make your brain go from 0 miles an hour to 100 miles an hour. And then from there, people just sit on their phones for a bit, they're not productive, and they're spending some energy there. And then from there, they eat breakfast, they take so much time to figure out what they're going to make. That's some energy there. After that, they decide, okay, what am I going to wear? They go through their closet of clothes, they go through everything, and they just try to pick the most perfect outfit, like everyone cares what they're wearing, and they think that this is going to be a difference maker in their day. And then from there, they decide what they're going to do with their day. If they go to work, then they're just messing around the whole time. And a lot of entrepreneurs as well, they'll say, like, oh, I'm working all day, and then they'll just sit at their computer for a bit, and then they'll realize, and then 9 hours will have passed, 5 hours, whatever they want to say, and then of that time, probably 20 minutes of that time has been spent productively, crystal focused, laser focused. Oh my God. And then you've achieved what you're trying to do. You've been productive for those 30 minutes. Other than that, you've just been sitting there, you've heard bzzz coming from your phone, you've looked at it, it's been your little friend asking if you want to go to the club tonight. It's been stuff that's not moving you forward. And then I see so many people praying to God, like, please give me success, please show me the path to get to my goal, show me how to make $1 million, show me how to do this. And then the next morning they're turning on their PS4. Like, that's why they say success isn't for everyone. Entrepreneurship isn't for everyone, because it's really not. Once you really see what it takes, because a lot of people think of entrepreneurship, they think of like the lifestyle, the fancy clothes, the lavish lifestyle, the cars, the hotels, the houses, and everything else, but they don't see what people did for those first 1 to 5 years, actually maybe even to like 10 years to get there. Because I can tell you right now, those people were not on boats. They didn't just decide to be an entrepreneur one day and then go, oh, I have enough money for this boat. I know, it's so stupid how people think people get to certain places in life. So what the 1% of people do, that you probably don't know anyone that does this, right when they wake up, this is part of the millionaire mindset. If you talk to Sam Ovens, any other big business person, Sam Ovens is currently worth $80 million, one of my mentors, they do not check their phone until 10 o'clock in the morning. They wake up between 5 and 6. Most of you guys are not up until like 9 or 10, and then you're on your phones till like 11. You wake up at 6 to 7, between 6 and 7. From there, you meditate. You don't have to meditate if that's not your thing, but the point is that you're simplifying and you're having a routine. So you're waking up at 6 or 7 every single day. And I don't mean 6 or 7 like, oh, some days 6, some days 7. I'm saying different people wake up at different times, but the most successful people are actually between 5 and 7. So you pick a time that you want to wake up every single day. From there, you can meditate, you can make breakfast, and be simple. Be simple. And then when it comes to getting dressed, like I said, was a big part that was taking a lot of your energy. So you've already saved a bunch of energy because you didn't go on your phone and try to take all the energy that your brain had currently and try to put it into analyzing all your notifications and figuring out what's important, what you want to respond to, what you want to view. You're not checking your phone until 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, you will have eaten, you will have got yourself ready for work, whatever you want to do that day, and your brain's already at a speed where you can digest that. So when you're picking your outfit that you want to wear, okay, Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple Computers, one of the richest people in the world to ever live, let me see this really quick, from 1998 to 2010, very often he would wear the same outfit. You know that the outfit that you would see when he's on stage and stuff with that black turtleneck? I'll show you really quick. Here it is. You've probably seen him wearing it. He wore this outfit almost every single day. Almost every single day. And I know a lot of you are thinking like, this guy's gonna tell me to wear the same outfit every day. No, I'm not telling you to do that. If you want to, you can. But what I'm saying is, pick a style that you like. Anyone that's around me a lot, they'll say like, dang, Connor wears similar outfits every single day. Because I do. I don't try to impress people that judge me by my clothes. And I feel like once you get to a certain point in life, whether that be financially or just whatever level you're at, you'll realize like, this stuff really doesn't matter, especially to the people that I'm trying to impress. A lot of people work hard to get to a point where they can afford things that don't impress the people that they should be trying to impress. If you're in the 6-figure range, you should be trying to impress 7-figure people. If you're in the 7-figure range, then you should be trying to impress people above you. Okay? And if you think about it, those people that get those Lamborghinis, do you really think that Bill Gates is impressed by a Lamborghini? You think Warren Buffett is? You think Steve Jobs, for example, you think he's impressed by a Lamborghini? No, he's impressed by the moves you're making, like Coca-Cola, the moves that Apple is making, Costco. Like, these people are making the biggest moves in the world, and they don't flex Lamborghinis on their Instagram. And a lot of the people that are flexing those Lamborghinis, they're not even happy with their lives. Okay, but that's beside the point, okay? So you pick a style that you really like. I have this shirt in white, black, and gray. I switch out between, I have a few other shirts. I have some expensive stuff that I don't even wear anymore. I'm not into that stuff anymore. But I have a set routine. I'm never just looking like, oh shit, what do I want to wear? What do I want to wear? I'm just, like, I know I gotta take care of business. This is how I'm gonna get myself to the next level. So I don't spend any energy on that. I'll wear the black shirt, white shirt, gray shirt, maybe something else, but it's not like a big decision for me. And then from there, I have a set time where I'm gonna start work. Usually I try to go to the gym in the morning. If I don't go to the gym in the morning, I'm starting work by like 7. If I do, I'm starting work by like 9. Okay? So I have this set schedule, so it's a routine. So every day I'm consistent, I'm disciplined. I know what I have to do today. I know what I don't have to do today. And that's another thing as well. Putting together a schedule so you can do the same thing over and over and over again. And I'm sure you've heard the little saying, what is it? Get rich by doing less, or something like that. And that's very true, but people take it the wrong way. People think like, oh, rest is so important. It is important, but that's not what people mean by that. What people mean by that is prioritizing what you want to do that day, putting it into a schedule, and repeatedly doing it every day. Okay, putting in those 9-hour days every single day and getting laser focused. Okay, I have like 3 apps on my phone. That's another way of simplifying your life. Keeping only the apps you need on your phone. No games, no distractions. Putting your phone on Do Not Disturb all day while you're working, and just taking breaks, okay? And I don't mean that as like a psychopath, because people are gonna have trouble with that. But what I'm saying is a good way of monitoring yourself and staying between the lines and knowing like you're actually moving forward is take an hour. Set an alarm for an hour on your phone, maybe 2 hours, and then say, after I'm done working for these 2 hours and I'm laser focused, my phone's completely off, I have no decisions to make other than things that are going to take my business to the next level, then I can check my phone. Okay? Because that's the release of dopamine. If you can love a way of learning how to love what you do is you keep working and working, and then your mind's going to recognize work later led on to dopamine release. When you're checking your phone, you're getting dopamine released. Okay, that's why people get so addicted to their phones and they don't go off. But if you can connect your mind to your work, in that kind of way. So you're working, and then your brain recognizes, okay, if I work for 2 hours, then I'm gonna get dopamine released. Because that's all your mind cares about. I'm gonna make another video about dopamine being released, but that's really what your mind cares about. So take that 2 hours, and then maybe take like 10-15 minutes on your phone, and then from there continue your work. Okay, continue your work. If you're running a business where you're making a lot of calls, have a set schedule. Okay, so what I use is Schedule Once. Okay, that's a platform where people can go to a schedule page, and then from there they can book whatever time works for them. And so I know I have a call at this time, I have a call at this time, I have a call at this time. Okay, and then from there, if someone's not showing up to the call, fuck them. Okay, if someone doesn't show up to the call, you don't take any other time. You have these calls lined up. Okay, because everything's scheduled. Okay, so if I'm not able to get to the phone if the other person doesn't get to the phone at 1 o'clock which is when the call is scheduled, then I can take the next call and I'm gonna close them. Okay, you can't always be sucking off the first person. You have to be able to move on and not seem desperate. That's so attractive in sales. Okay, when you're not desperate for the sale, when you're not thinking like, oh, this is my rent money, I need this, you line up calls. When you learn that filling up your schedule with calls, it increases your sales so much and your closing rate, because your mind relaxes more. It's smoother with the words. You're not going to stutter. The other person can tell that you're comfortable, you know your shit, and you don't need him. If he says no, it's not that big of a deal to you. So he doesn't feel like he's in the position of power. Okay? So line up calls, have them scheduled. Okay? So far you've simplified your day so much. You've got up, you haven't checked your phone till 10, which is after an hour or two of work during your day. Okay? So now you're continuing working, you're taking these little breaks every 2 hours or so, and you have an alarm set. You're not just checking your phone to see, okay, is it time to check my phone yet? No. You have an alarm that's going to go off every 2 hours, so you can see, okay, this is when I can take my break. And your brain's going to register it with dopamine, because you're going to go and you're going to be able to get dopamine released when you check your phone. Then after that 9-hour day, I suggest that you take even longer than 9 hours. A lot of people work 9 hours, especially if you're just starting a business. You're going to need to take longer days. I know it's hard to do, but if you really want it and it really means that much to you, then you're going to need to take those longer days. Okay? And then what's very, very important is scheduling or figuring out what you're going to do the next day. So it can be simplified. So today when I was talking about what you're going to do during the day, I was assuming that you had everything scheduled out. Okay, so you knew, like, my outfits aren't that complicated. My breakfast isn't going to be complicated. My work, I know when I have calls, I know exactly what I'm going to spend time doing, and I know that I can check my phone after 2 hours of working, okay? So you can make a spreadsheet through Google Docs where you can even use Google Calendar. Google Sheets, Google Calendar, and just figure out what you want to achieve that day. So let's say you're running a consulting business, digital marketing, anything consulting, where you're helping another person, you're making calls and everything like that. So what I would do is I would set apart different activities by hour. Actually, maybe 2 hours, okay? So what I do is I have a certain amount of outreach messages that I want to send out during the first period of my day. Okay? So these are my productive hours. Okay? So when people wake up, all those lazy people that are getting to their desk late, they're going to see my message. And they're going to see that I was up, I was working, and that they already saw it before they even got to work. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to figure out from 8 to 10, I'm going to be sending messages on LinkedIn, I'm going to be emailing, I'm going to be cold calling, I'm going to be spending this time outreaching so I can fill up my schedule. That's what you want to do. You don't want to just get one call and pray, oh, I hope this works. You want to be filling up your schedule every single day. Okay? And if you're using Google Calendar by any chance, and you add that to your Google Calendar, you want to also make it so instead of being busy during that time, there's a setting, you make it so that it's available. So if you're using Schedule Once or a scheduling platform like I mentioned earlier, then you're able to have these calls over it. So basically the calls are prioritized over the outreach. So if someone tries to schedule a call between 8 and 10, then they can. Then there's no problem at all, okay? And you're just going to take that time out. If you don't need to extend it, you don't need to be like, oh, I was on a call for 30 minutes, so I need to work 30 minutes extra. No. Okay, that call is way more important. So you're gonna take that call, and then from there you can tell where I'm going. Okay, and then from 10 to 12, maybe you're doing something else. Maybe maybe you had calls scheduled for that time. Maybe you're taking a course and you're going to be working, taking notes. Maybe you're updating your site. Maybe you're creating a funnel, okay? But everything's going to be lined up. You're going to be able to look at that sheet. You're going to be able to look at your schedule and know, from this time to this time, I'm doing this. From this time to this time, I'm doing this. I'm not going to be crazy confused by my outfit. I'm not going to be, you're not going to be wasting time or energy, because you only have so much energy in a day. It doesn't go up, okay? And you shouldn't be spending time resting. I mean, you shouldn't have to take these little breaks. You should be able to work and focus. If you're not able to work like I'm talking about and work these long hour days, it's because you don't like what you do. And so instead of just banging your head against a wall, I would suggest you spend a day trying to figure out what you want to do. Okay? And so you can see where I'm going with this. Okay? And another part of living more simply and feeling better, being more productive, achieving your goals, okay? How the rich get richer, is you want to cure your shiny object syndrome. Okay? What are shiny objects? Shiny objects are all the cars that people buy to impress other people, all the jewelry, all the clothes, all the everything else. Okay? So I had one of my mentors who's very successful. He was telling me about how he bought a Ferrari. Once he made his first 120,000, he bought a Ferrari, okay? And I was like, dang, that's a big purchase. And I was talking to him about it, and he was like, the $120,000 isn't even what counts. It isn't even the biggest cost of it. And I was like, what? Maintenance can't be that expensive. Like, energy can't be that expensive. And then he's like, you know what, Connor? What it is the time that I spent taking the money from the bank. I had a cost for that, so it ended up going from $120,000 to $130,000. Plus the energy it took to get the car, signing all the papers, going to the dealership, negotiating, working out a deal. Plus now I have this responsibility on my hands. So whenever it's very expensive to maintain, and whenever there's a maintenance problem, I have to go to get it repaired. So that's taking time from my work, plus the work of the maintenance, plus the money coming from the bank, plus just the feeling that I need this to prove myself. Okay, and I know that might not make the most sense, but I promise you to God that if you start living more simply, you don't purchase a bunch of stupid shit. I know you can see the Gucci shoes in the background, but I promise you that's my only fancy pair of shoes right now. I sold everything else. I don't wear stuff like that. I wear fucking Vans and Stan Smiths. Okay? I promise you, once you clear that up and you're able to focus on building money, okay? So instead of looking at money as something where you can just go out and buy nice stuff, okay? You can go out and get that car. You can go out and get that Louis Vuitton belt. Look at it as, this is, one of my mentors called it a war chest. So whenever there's a problem with your business and you need money, this is money that you can go to, okay? Right now, I'm at a point financially where it would be pretty fucking hard for someone to knock me out. I mean that in business, okay? So if someone were to attack my business and come up selling way better than I was doing, it would take a fucking lot, because I have a lot of capital behind me. I have money to start something else, to defend my business, to run ads, to market way better than the person that's trying to attack me. Okay, I have that money, and my business is strong, okay? That's because I don't buy stupid shit. I don't waste my money on dumb stuff, and I'm focused, and I know what I want, and I don't have this shiny object syndrome that a lot of you people have. I don't need all that fancy stuff. I don't need to impress people with my clothes. I don't need to impress people with anything. And I promise, people will be a lot more impressed knowing that you have $1 million in the bank than if you have a nice belt. Okay? And so that's pretty much all I got for today. I appreciate you if you stuck around. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, send me any suggestions for the next video. I'm trying to upload a lot more. And hopefully this was useful to you. And really, really, really digest what I said about focusing your energy and getting a schedule together. And ultimately, if you can take anything away from this, it would be setting a routine. All right. Thank you. Have a good day.